Amazon Game Studios' brand new MMO New World will not be launching on Amazon Luna. This is something worth discussing because I genuinely think it's a huge missed opportunity. It also begs the question whether or not Amazon's game studios will ever be launching their AAA titles directly onto the service. I think myself and many other people out there just assumed they would be following the Game Pass tradition of launching their game studios titles day one, but that's never really been confirmed. We'll talk more about it in just a sec, but before we go into speculation, let's focus on the facts. When replying to a tweet whether or not the game was going to appear on the Luna gaming service, their reply was very clear-cut. We currently have not announced any plans for New World to be released on Luna. New World will be playable only on PC for the foreseeable future. I gotta say, foreseeable future are a very interesting choice of words. In addition to that, we also know that the game will be launching on PC without any sort of official controller support. But lastly, on a more positive note, we have this statement by Richard Lawrence, who's studio director at Amazon Games. I'm fairly confident that at some point you'll also see New World on Luna. Luna specializes in this almost impossible idea of, oh, I can sling your complex PC experience down to many different devices. And New World is a very input-driven environment. This seems to point out that one of the key factors holding New World back from being on Amazon Luna is it being a good experience on anything other than a PC at this point in time. To some extent, I get what they're trying to do here. They want to make sure no matter what device you're playing on, no matter what input method you're using, you're getting a solid experience. Besides, we have to face the facts. They are selling a Luna controller that promises less latency, and if you put out a game that can't even use the product you're selling, it doesn't look great. That being said, there are games on Amazon Luna that don't work the other way around. They may have controller support, but no mouse and keyboard support. Dice Legacy, one of the newest titles to hit the Luna Plus channel, is the perfect example of this. So it does slightly bother me that Amazon Luna is using the excuse of the game not being ready for specific devices or input methods when there are already games on Amazon Luna doing this very same thing. On the bright side, it does sound like we'll eventually see the game just without any sort of ETA on when to expect it. To me, it's a pretty big missed opportunity. That's because the game, despite all my doubts about it, appears to be getting a lot of positive impressions. And if it does turn out to be a solid title, it would have created a lot of good buzz for Amazon Luna in the cloud gaming space. It could have made the splash of being the first solid AAA cloud platform exclusive, as the title itself isn't going to consoles. Not to mention, as many people have learned, playing MMOs through the cloud has some huge benefits. It's nice being able to log into an ever-existing world, do your grind wherever you are, and continue whenever you get home. It's a genre that simply makes sense, since most mobile phones couldn't run a game like that natively, but can with the power of the cloud. Regardless, I do think there's a good chance we'll eventually see the game arrive on the service, but I do wonder whether or not Amazon Game Studios will be publishing their games day one on it. As I stated earlier, I always believed this would be the case due to the fact that Xbox Game Pass works in the very same way, but maybe it's not. We were never guaranteed this promise by Amazon themselves, and I can't find any sort of statement talking about this ever being the case. But I did find another statement from Amazon Games VP Christoph Hartmann, specifically focused on talking about how the company isn't currently making exclusives for either Twitch or Luna. Hartmann said the following: "We keep them in mind, but I don't want to build games around them. We obviously want to include features that serve them well, but my experience is if you have a great game, there are lots of great options for what you can do. So I put the great game first, and then later on we can figure out how we can support each other." This statement does make it sound like Amazon Game Studios maybe just wants to focus on making great games first and then worrying about how they can incorporate better into other services within the Amazon umbrella. And truth be told, I'm not too sure how I feel about that. Even if they don't want to put their games day one on the Luna Plus subscription, I wish there was a way to just outright buy the game. Something that I think Amazon Luna should really consider doing if they're not going to be following Game Pass's route of having their games day one on the service. But now I do want to pose the question on to you. Does it bother you at all that this may be the case? Do you think that Luna Plus should be getting all Amazon Game Studios day one? Let me know your thoughts about it down in the comment section below. I look forward to reading them. All in all though, I would love to see some clarification on this. I know that Amazon Luna is still being called a beta, but it's almost been a year and it's about time they start expanding outside of the USA. I'm already seeing quite a few Luna subscribers asking about New World on Twitter, and it sucks that the answer right now is that there's no sort of ETA on when they can expect to play it. Either way, if you enjoyed this video or found it helpful at all, be sure to hit that like button as it really does help the channel out, and if you're wanting more content like this, be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell as well. As always, thank you for watching the video. This has been The Virtual Cloud, giving you the latest and greatest on everything cloud gaming and VR related, and until next time, I'll catch you in the clouds.